I do want to thank you for coming, and I hope, despite the circumstances, we've been gracious hosts. So I hope that we can say that too, at least. I wasn't going to talk too much about my personal story, but a good friend of mine, Terry Lacey, encouraged me to. She said she believes that this is the kind of stuff we all need to hear. So please bear with me, because it's a very personal story. This is a letter I wrote to our governor on April 14th with no reply yet. Good day. I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing on behalf of my adored community, Barville, Rhode Island. Just as I am wishing you well, please know that while I write this, I am not well. My spirit is terribly frightened for my community and its holistic well-being. Although currently I am physically well, this has not always been the case for me. I'm just 46 years old, and I have already survived ovarian cancer. I'm unsure, of course, what the governor's knowledge regarding this horrible disease is. But to say I survived when referring to it is unfortunately very rare. I reach out to you now to say that I am not, nor are my fellow townies, holistically well. Broken spirits will destroy a town, and it is for that reason that I write to you today. If you will allow me just a few moments of your limited time, I would relish the opportunity to share with you why I am pleading for you to reconsider a second power plant in beautiful Barville. As a whole, we vehemently oppose this in our community, but I will speak to you with my heart, on my behalf, and I ask that you honor this vulnerability with an open mind. I never knew why I survived this terrible cancer while every woman I was fighting with did not. I was barely 32 years old, I was unmarried, without children, and I really was not feeling as if I was making any sort of lasting impression on my world, or my community, or my family. The women around me, all 5 of them, were from all walks. They were younger, they were older, they were moms, and they were dying. You may have heard people say that they are given an instant change of perspective when faced with a fatal disease, and for many this may be true, but for me, perspective only grows with time. It came from those beautiful fighters, and it comes from the love of my family. Ooh, I knew my illness was caught early, and all I had to do to survive was go through treatment for 9 months. I felt like I had won the lottery because my cancer was found quite accidentally. And as I mentioned, it was found quite early, and my odds were outstanding. I felt exuberant, an overwhelming sense of joy over that. And over time, that turned into a pit of guilt. There was a young woman in treatment with me that was the same age, and she was so beautiful, and she had 3 young boys under the age of 10, and she was passing away. Her parents were there for every treatment, and they would talk to my mother, and as I recall, they were genuinely grateful that I was going to survive, just as they knew their little girl would not. And bear with me, I'm almost done. Their kindness and love was my first step to perspective. There are a million more of these moments to follow, and I imagine as I take steps throughout my life, there will be many more. And here's why I tell you this. Since this time, every day without fail, I wonder what my purpose is. Why am I here and why aren't they? This quest has been torturous in the past, but recently, perhaps with age, I have gained even more perspective, and I approach it now with hope and anticipation. I no longer feel like I have to change the world to deserve this second chance. I only feel like I have to do better. I have to be kinder, and I have to participate in life and not let anxiety drive my choices. I have to fight for my town. I have to fight for my friends and for my home. And I just have to do better, and I will settle for no less. I expect nothing less of myself, and I am grateful, eternally grateful for this precious second chance. My family is grateful. They believe I already deserve it. I will do better for them. I will do better for that young woman that lost her chance at age 32, and for the boys she left behind. This is a touch of my story, just a small touch. This is my second chance that Invenergy is toying with. My odds are already lower. My chances are already fewer. We have literally been poisoned before in my village, and we already have an existing power plant. Today I write to you to beg you to let me wake up in my own hometown with anticipation and expectation of doing better. Allow me the ability to pay it forward without the fear of losing everything. My family believes I deserve this, and I want to try every day to believe it myself. Invenergy should not be able to inject themselves into my story. Invenergy should not be able to sway this board with their smoke, mirrors, and empty promises. I should be able to sway this board with a genuine pleas for this town. Please do not risk my second chance. I implore you. This is our health, our happiness, our holistic well-being, and right now we are ill with fear, because once this is taken from us, it is gone forever. Respectfully and with kindness, Donna L. Woods.